For 2 whole days in January 2006, the #1 news story in England was about a bottlenose whale. The whale had got lost and swum up the River Thames in London and could not get back. A large team tried to help the whale, but sadly it died. The whale's bones were given to the Natural History Museum in London to be used for scientific research. But the decision to give the bones to the museum and not to Queen Elizabeth broke a law from the early 14th century. According to that law, any whales taken from the rivers or seas in and around Britain belonged to the king or queen. The law was made because whalebone was needed at that time to make corsets, clothing women used to wear underneath dresses. Of course, the Queen doesn't need whalebone anymore, but the law still exists. And it's not the only example. In fact, lots of countries still have old laws that seem strange today, but perhaps the United States has more than most. In a town in Washington state, for example, it is illegal to ride an ugly horse. In Morrisville, Pennsylvania, women need legal permission to wear makeup. In Quitman, Georgia, it is illegal for chickens to cross the road. And in a town in Nevada, men with moustaches are not allowed to kiss women. Fortunately, these laws are no longer enforced. Women in Morrisville are not arrested for wearing makeup without permission, and men in Nevada with moustaches are certainly not put in prison for kissing women. However, even though they are not enforced, some of these old laws are being changed. A good example is a 200-year-old French law. Believe it or not, until January 2013, it was possible for a woman to be arrested in Paris for wearing trousers. This law, which dates from the French Revolution, meant that female police officers in Paris had been breaking the law for years because they were required to wear trousers. These are only a few examples. There are hundreds of strange old laws that are no longer relevant to the modern world. It's extraordinary to think that millions of people probably break the law every day without realising it. Maybe some of these laws still exist in your country. Maybe you've broken the law without realising it. Maybe you've even broken the law today.